Welcome everybody inside Toyota Stadium. This is the 2024 Dallas Cup Supergroup second semifinal featuring Botafogo and FC Dallas. The winner of this one will move to the final on Sunday to face Sao Paulo, who won the first game of our semifinal 4-0 over Fulham FC. Time for the anthems. When we return, we will have the first half kickoff right here from Frisco here on the 2024 Dallas Cup.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese, it's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Can Billy come out to play?
Yes! Woohoo!
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt. The all-time favorite. With 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2, and 2 became mine. Just a bite, huh? Mark that one down as a lesson learned. The Whataburger patty melt, just like you like it.
At CC's Pizza, dreams come true. But the best part of CC's is you, and you, and you.
Me?
Keep up, Doc. Dive right into my wondrous buffet. When it comes to pizza, you know that I slay. These desserts were made for stacking, like these games were made for whacking. Uh-oh, see ya! The reviews are in, the critics are raving, even the super specific pregnancy craving. So come feed the band and pull up a chair. CC's the best pizza value anywhere.
Once again, welcome inside Toyota Stadium. Here, as you see the north end, this is the second semifinal of the Gordon Jago Supergroup here of the 2024 Dallas Cup, featuring SAF Botafogo from Brazil and FC Dallas U19 here from North Texas in the United States. Their Academy U19s. And this is a big one, Steve, as we will see the winner of this match progress to Sunday's final against Sao Paulo, who won 4-0 over Fulham this afternoon. Here is the look at the FC Dallas starting 11.
Yeah, FC Dallas is going to play, try to play through Dylan Lacey, one of 2 players in the starting lineup who are actually with North Texas Soccer Club already. See if he can run the attack, maybe see if he can run the attack as well as Ryan did in the previous semifinal for the other Brazilian semifinalist, Sao Paulo.
Now for their opponent, Botafogo. The Brazilians will line up with this starting 11.
Looks like to us they're going to play in a 4-3-3, trying to get the ball ahead to their striker, Kake, who already has 2 goals in the tournament.
Well, he will be the guy to look for, as well as possibly Rodrigo, the defensive pivot. Well, we'll see if somebody in there is ready to put on a show like the Sao Paulo attacking midfielder Ryan Dos Santos did in the first game. 3 goals and an assist, factored in all 4 for Sao Paulo. But Botafogo and FC Dallas are the 2 teams as we take a look at the referee. Tonight, Oshani Nation from Jamaica will be tonight's match referee. Jose da Silva from the United States and Omar Mutinglo also from the U.S. will be the assistant referees. Vilmary Diaz from the Dominican will be the 4th official. And tonight's VAR, Kyler Herrera from Costa Rica and Karen Hernandez from Mexico, the assistant VAR in tonight's match.
Botafogo may not be quite the name that Sao Paulo is, but actually was a really big team in Brazilian soccer for a long time. Sort of lost their way a little while, but for a little while, but they're back. They're back now. Finished 5th in the last Brazilian tournament.
As they make their way out onto the field, it'll be interesting to see if this one is as breakneck as the first semifinal that we had, because I think the first half was probably an unsustainable level of intensity, but it sure was fun to watch.
Yeah, big tempo in the first half of this one, and most of that one was played in the sunshine. So now, as the sun has gone down a little bit, temperatures have dropped just a bit, so maybe if they do sort of hit that kind of pace, they can maintain it just a little bit longer.
Well, the referee's trying to get everything off the field because there were 3 soccer balls, maybe 4. I think the warm-up is since concluded. And finally, we only have 1 ball on the field. As FC Dallas will win the first half kickoff, they'll attack the north end, as their senior club in Major League Soccer likes to do, and then attack the supporters section, the south end, for the second half. Not quite the same attendance here as we have for an MLS match, which is usually a packed house at Toyota Stadium, but should be fun nonetheless as we're underway with the second semifinal, FC Dallas against Botafogo. And quickly, Dylan Lacey getting a touch. As we hear, he is going to be the creative force through the middle for FCD. That pass goes past Ish Nieves, and Botafogo will get their first throw. Lucio throws it forward, charging after it. Good defensive play there by Dallas, as Keiki was trying to get an early touch. Anguiano. Bazell. There's Ramirez on the ball. The play back to Schreiner. He's the anchor of the back 4, Luke Schreiner. Out to the right. Nieves gets the touch. Here's Ramirez. And now he's going to ping a ball over on the left, getting forward. 33, Baran. Blocked out for a corner, the first of the match, as Joao Braz got in the way. But boy, that was a very quick, aggressive switch of play, and Dallas were in right down that left flank.
Yeah, no, really nice little clipped in pass there from Anthony Ramirez. He's the other player I mentioned that has come from North Texas SC to play in the starting lineup here. All the rest of the FC Dallas starting lineup there are FCD Academy players.
Ball in to the box. Ramirez, left-footed shot, second effort, and it's lashed over. Bazell found himself unmarked at the 6, and he just put it over the bar. Needed a little composure here just at the start of the 3rd minute.
Yeah, one more time, though. It's Anthony Ramirez driving the attack forward, working a little combination, getting that original shot off that bounces down. In a really fortunate position there, but first real threat of the game goes to FC Dallas.
So Botafogo, just like their compatriots Sao Paulo, on their heels to start. Now Fulham had a couple of good chances early, and then it was all Sao Paulo after that. Will that be the narrative in the nightcap? We'll have to wait to see, because so far FCD has been the early aggressors. There's a clearing ball, deflected poorly. Fabiano, long shot, a missile, and a save by Victor Gomez. He had to be alert because that had some real heat on it. And so far, it looks like all hands on attack for both teams early. Boy, yes, Fabiano, what a shot.
Dallas goalkeeper Victor Gomez, who's actually the team's backup goalkeeper coming into the tournament, sort of taking over, but almost caught out of position there in the end. Pretty nice save from him. And you're right, that shot had a lot of sting on it. Get another look at that one. This one is just an absolute first-time missile right at about 30 yards.
Here's Ramirez. And Guiano out to the left for Baran. Boy, Ramirez has been the linchpin so far. We talked about Dylan Lacey, who is on the ball now, but everything has gone through Ramirez in the beginning of the build. Lacey up the right side. Good cross in towards the target player. That was Nieves, but that was deflected out. Good defensive play by Botafogo. Will be a corner kick, and Lacey will get an early opportunity. Steve, it looks like we have a problem here with a player being asked to come off the field for perhaps an injury, or I don't know if maybe there's some blood, because the medical staff for Botafogo is being flagged right now. And play is being held up in the process. I don't know if there was a catch to the mouth here, but he has to come off the field, and so as he gets treatment, I think they're going to have to play down a man. That's Fabiano, the one who just hit that rocket of a shot from 30 yards.
Yeah, he's getting a little tension on his face, so it probably got a little blood on there. They'll take care of that really quick.
Plays short, Lacey. Plays it back to Anguiano. Long diagonal switch toward the far post, headed back across. It's loose and knocked out nervously for another corner kick. That was Kawe Leonardo. And now Fabiano back on the field after receiving treatment. Our referee, Oshani Nation, gives him a quick once-over. It looks like he's got some gauze in his mouth right now. Does the Botafogo attacking midfielder. Here's a quick shot, deflected wide, and yet another corner. The third already for FC Dallas in the matter of 5 minutes.
Yeah, third shot for FC Dallas as well, so good start for the local team.
A couple of shots blocked.
That time was, yeah, Dylan Lacey getting the ball off that short corner routine.
They'll play it short. Here's Marquez in the box. Lays it back. Curling ball. Header. It's in! A quick strike. It's Christian Gallo. The right back powers the header home, and FC Dallas has the lead just 6 minutes in.
Yeah, another short corner routine working to absolute perfection that time. You see they've got the little 2v1 there working. It's just a little three-man combination, but in the end, it still takes a brave header. Gallo attacking that ball. He doesn't have much left to do once he attacks the ball really aggressively, because he's 2 yards out uncontested. 1-0 FCD.
It's an absolutely ideal start for the home team in this one. Quite literally playing on in the home stadium of their senior team. There's a foul here called against Dallas. And then a little bit of shoving and delay. The referee's trying to calm everybody down for a minute. That was Adrian Anguiano, who's going to force the referee to have a conversation, because there was some pushing and shoving going on.
Yeah, we know the Dallas Cup all through the years. One of the things they've really made their mark with is really good, high-quality refereeing. Remember, this is a youth tournament, so in the first match we saw a FIFA-level referee. In this case, the entire crew is CONCACAF level. That's a great level. Oshani Nation from Jamaica, he's the man in the middle. I really love the way they take control of these matches.
Salazar played it to Nieves, who lashed it across, but the goalkeeper Cristiano Jr. for Botafogo easily claimed that one. But you have to think the Brazilians are a little rattled conceding so early. Now, that's no surprise. They've given up goals in all 3 of their group stages. They won all 3. They beat Midtjylland to open it 2-1, then a 3-1 win over Club Santos Laguna. And in fact, that loss was part of the reason why FC Dallas was able to make the semifinal. And then they had a 6-goal thrashing of St. Louis City's 2005 team, 6-3 at MoneyGram on Wednesday. And that's how Botafogo is here. So they've scored a lot, 11 goals for, but they have given up 5 in 3 matches, now 6 in 4 and counting. Down the right side, a cutback ball by Bernardo Valim, cleared away. Brought down by Lucio Jose. Into the middle, Fabiano is okay after taking that knock to the mouth. He'll switch the play. Out to the right. Joao Braz. Quick feet, felt the pressure, tried to make a little move, but boy, a good defensive play by Marquez, who was part of the build-up to the opening goal. Lacey, little 1-2 with Marquez. Now Ramirez, quick ball movement. Nicely done from Dallas because of the pressure from Botafogo, and now they switch to acres of space on the right.
And nice job individually defending on the left side there by Baron until he could get a little bit of help over there.
Gallo, the goal scorer, had time on the ball and then switched it. Long ball down the left, getting forward. There's Daniel Baran, but he just can't quite catch up to that one. Asking some questions of the Botafogo right back. As you see Joao Braz get forward, how much of an appetite does he have to get back and chase that run?
Yeah, I think a really good ball there from Baron, from Ramirez, rather intended for Baron, and I think Baron just didn't quite read the spin of the ball. I think if he just sort of keeps running, instead of anticipating that ball to check back to him, I think he's in there solidly on the left side.
Here's Luke Schreiner, into the middle, Ramirez. Fabiano heads it forward, little flick, and now he's in. Kaike, one-on-one with Gomez, rounds him, takes a heavy touch, takes the shot and misses. Never really had a good look, and then the flag goes up for a goal kick. The defenders for FC Dallas thought there might have been an offside. We talked about this with Fulham in the first match. There is VAR, and at that point, Kaike looked like he was free and clear.
Yeah, I thought it might be offside as well, but you know, the difference here, yeah, it's okay to raise your hand after the play is over. What we talked about in the first match is how most of these players haven't actually played in matches, and not a lot of them with VAR in effect, and you have to work a little differently. You know, it does you absolutely no good to appeal for offside to run a play. You just have to follow the runners, understanding that if there is an offside action, they'll pick it up on VAR.
Well, kudos to Victor Gomez for coming out and forcing Kaike to take a heavy touch. Although it looked like he was beat pretty easily, the problem is Kaike's first touch was way too much on it, and by the time he tracked that ball down, he had no angle.
Yeah, but danger sign there for FCD. They got caught with their lineup just a little bit high.
And Botafogo shredded right through the middle of them.
Yeah.
Here's the switch of play for the Brazilians. Again, Joao Braz. There's the run through. Not a great track. Leonardo, his cross. Looking for Kaike, was defended well by Schreiner. Boy, the Botafogo side, after conceding, have started to get some touches in the attacking third. It'll be a throw-in for Botafogo after it last touched Dylan Lacey.
Yeah, it's interesting there. Anthony Ramirez pointed to the run, asking somebody else to pick it up, but he's got to have somebody over there to point at, and nobody was there. So in that case, Botafogo was in cleanly on the right side.
Interesting moment there. There's a spectator, I think, could be a coach, behind the FC Dallas goal, and the goalkeeper, Victor Gomez, after claiming that goal kick, went out and said something. The referee actually blew his whistle to say, come on back, let's not stall. Well, no harm, no foul. As Anguiano will start this throw-in. Eventually. Big, heavy throw over the head of Jared Salazar, playing at the top of the formation. Although Ish Nieves has also been moving from right wing to centrally early on for FC Dallas. Long diagonal ball, too far for the running Rafael Lobato. Gomez switches it. Bazell goes back to his keeper. Pressure coming. Gomez takes a touch. He gets closed down, but just gets it away. It's the kind of play by a keeper that'll give his coach a heart attack, but he got away with that one. Deflection, can he save it? Yes, he can. Good work off his line to keep that one alive and not concede a corner kick.
I wasn't sure who that was coming off of, but Victor Gomez may not have been either, so I think he does the right thing there. Just saves the ball that he can't save.
Schreiner tried to play it forward for Lacey. It's deflected, but the goalkeeper once again claims it. Well, that second ball, he finds Lacey. He gives it away with a little bit of a nervy touch through the middle. Here's Fabiano, excuse me, not Fabinho. Appeals for handball. Referee says corner kick as it went off of an FC Dallas player.
First corner kick for Botafogo. Dallas in the last 2 minutes giving the ball away in the middle 3 times. So FCD just has to be a little bit more careful in there and or find other ways around as they build out of the back.
Well, we saw earlier in the first few minutes they were pinging the ball around and really playing with some enthusiasm. And now they've got, even though they have the lead, we said some giveaways, a little bit of nerves maybe entering in. All right, referee says the check is complete. No penalty. A corner kick from Lobato. Headed away. Good defensive action there from Adrian Anguiano.
Yeah, big touch there from Anguiano because there's a player lurking at the back post. So right at the last minute, Anguiano raising up there, knocking that one into touch.
Throw in. Bernardo. Deflected. It'll be another Botafogo throw. Now they look for Kaiki. Cross blocked. Header away by Bazell. Flick. And a chance for Dallas to break, although the numbers aren't there. Lacey had to do some hold-up work and did so well to find Christian Gallo. Nieves. Now they'll switch it back. Schreiner. Bazell. Press coming. He's going to play it long with the left foot toward the left sideline. Headed away by Joao Braz. And we're going to stop here. The referee having a word with Braz. And Anguiano will once again throw it in once the referee gives him permission. Down the line. Nieves, nice little header trying to flick it forward. Nobody making that run for Dallas. Pressure coming from Marquez. Cleared away by Lucio. Schreiner again on the ball. Lacey. Gallo. Nice touch into the middle for Marquez. They quickly ping it. Ramirez. Not a great first ball. Put his teammate in a bad spot, and now a chance for Botafogo in an advanced position. Lobato to his left. Fabiano, right foot, curler toward the back post. He had Kaikai making a run, but that one left a little bit to be desired as it just goes out for a goal kick.
You know, sometimes, Owen, it's okay if you lose the ball. Sometimes it matters, though, where you're losing the ball. And right now, Dallas losing it right in the middle. Botafogo doing a good job of funneling them in there and then you know, setting the trap just like there.
Another turnover. Long effort on target. Gomez makes the save. That was Rodrigo from about 35, 40 yards out.
And one more time, Dallas just not clean out of the back as that was just a missed reception, a missed trap from Lacey.
Gomez calls for it. He'll play it. Good first time ball by the keeper. This time didn't try to make that extra touch and scare his coach and everybody else watching.
Gomez is good with his feet, though, isn't he?
He has had to be with that high press. You know, Steve, we talked about this. They're playing sort of into the pressure and giving the ball away. Sometimes as much as Dallas wants to keep the ball and build out of the back, you have to be a little bit more deliberate and just get it over the heads and maybe just move the game up the field if building isn't working through the pressure.
Sure.
Nice little dancing move there by Leonardo. Down the right, Lobato. Second touch goes off of Anguiano. It's going to be another corner kick, number 2 for the Brazilians. And they're going to send just about everybody in. They're going to maybe make one player stay high, but boy, they have a lot of field players in the box. Lobato, low cross blocked by Gallo. Last man back here is Lucio. But he was able to play it. Fabiano from long range. He's not been shy to take that shot. But this one, it did not test Victor Gomez.
Yeah, Fabiano's got a leg on him, though. That shot had a lot of sting on it, always rising as he hit it at about 30 yards. Dallas on that corner kick going just a little slow to get the second defender over when Botafogo took the short corner, so something for them to work out.
Ramirez into the middle. Marquez. Back to Bazell. Anguiano. Nice little first touch, but Marquez took it into the pressure, and Fabiano has a chance now. To his left, long left-footed shot by Bernardo goes well over the goal. They're not afraid to pull the trigger from just about anywhere, but they have not tested Victor Gomez that much, although he did make a pretty fantastic save on Fabiano's first shot in the 3rd minute.
So Botafogo doing a pretty good job on that high press. What you'd like to see Dallas do is move the ball just a little bit quicker if they're going to press, because Dallas is finding the ball in some spaces. Then they just take an extra touch or take an extra second. If they can just move the ball a little bit quicker, then they'll end up playing themselves out with just a little bit, giving themselves a little bit more room to go forward from there.
And we saw early in the first, 5 to 7 minutes that once they played quickly, there was tons of space on a switch of fields, but they haven't been able to move the ball quickly since.
Well, they're able to move the ball quickly. They're just not doing it.
Schreiner stepping out on Bernardo Valim. Lucio turns, plays it into space. Another long effort. This one from Rodrigo was blocked. It's the 3rd or 4th effort from that 30-yard mark. Now a turnover, and Dallas counter is on if they have the numbers. Botafogo getting back quickly. And that one petered out relatively fast, although it is out for a Dallas throw. No, it never went out of play. Wow, how about that? It stayed in. Marquez was on his own on that run, and he just didn't have anybody to go with him as he ran into the pressure. Anguiano, good ball moving now with Marquez. There's the quick passing we were talking about. Baran gets free down the left, curls it, and it's claimed by Cristiano Jr.
Yeah, really nice moment there from Baran, and really a pretty good cross, too. Maybe could have been a little bit further away from the goalkeeper, but had one player to aim at and almost found him.
Otavio, we haven't said his name a whole lot, neither Justino, the 2 center backs for Botafogo. The game's been played either in behind them or well down the field. That one's headed away. It'll be another throw for Botafogo. Schreiner with a good header away. Bounces, a misread from the back line. Lacey with the turn. Gets it forward, second ball. Baran just couldn't quite get away. And then Marquez with a heavy touch allows Botafogo a chance to break out. Running, Bazell, good defensive play as he made sure if he misses that one, Kaike is off to the races down the right side, so he had to get it right, and he did.
Yeah, and he had to come a long way from that left center back position to do it as well. Nice moment there for him.
Foul called against Lucio. Schreiner looked like he was going to play that one quickly. Instead, Ramirez will just knock it back, and Dallas will keep the ball. Anthony Ramirez out to the left for Adrian Anguiano. Good turn from Baran, who's done that a couple of times already here in the opening 25 minutes. Anguiano pressured, didn't get a good touch on it. Fabiano came in. That was a hard coming together, and it's going to be a foul called against Ramirez. And there's some differing opinions from the crowd.
Oh, and for FC Dallas, Dylan Lacey coming so deep to help FCD build out in possession that once he makes the pass forward, there's not a lot of help up there.
Now a chance for a through ball. Kaike is in, and he lashes it across the goal. It was neither a shot nor a cross. I think he was trying to score, but he missed. And boy, his teammate on the far side of the field is none too pleased. That was Fabiano wide open, and Kaike just doesn't get it right.
Well, Gomez got out aggressively on him. You see how far, I actually thought he was maybe a little bit too far out of goal and wasn't maybe at the best angle, but Kaike just didn't get the shot right.
One thing that Dallas has to be aware of is that they have been playing with, I say, messing with danger a bit, because Kaike, Fabiano, Lobato have been streaking down these channels, whether it be through the middle or down the right or left center channels. And those options have been there. As that shot goes wide to the left, it will be a goal kick from Bernardo.
Well, you say that, and I don't necessarily disagree. Then again, I've got unofficially 7 shots for Botafogo, and most of them are from 22, 24 yards out, something like that. So while they have had a lot of the ball and they do look dangerous in moments, they haven't really done a whole lot to test FCD goalkeeper Victor Gomez yet.
The 2 times that Kaike has gotten free, he has not hit the target. One, he rounded Gomez and then took a heavy touch, and this time he just lashed it, but like you said, not really in control of the final product. Baran down the left, gets past and then gets grabbed. That's going to be a foul. Will it be a yellow card as well? Yes, indeed, for Joao Braz, who realized he was beat pretty quickly.
You know, at first I didn't see referee Oshane Nation reach into the pocket, and I was going to be amazed. He was just a little slow in pulling that yellow card out, though, because that's absolutely, Braz makes no effort. He knows he's beaten there, makes no effort on the ball, so he's got to carry a yellow card around for about 20 minutes left in the first half and then the entire second half.
I had the same reaction. It looked like Nation was just going to call a foul, and
yeah,
kind of scratching my head for a minute, but it was just the delay to get to the pocket.
Yeah. FC Dallas has been dangerous on these set pieces, on the corner kicks at least, so here's another chance.
Lacey over the ball, left of center, curls it right in towards the back post, looking for a runner. Nobody could get on the end of it. That'll end up being a goal kick. He was trying to find maybe a touch from Luke Schreiner, who was the closest to getting to the end of that one, but not really within a couple yards. Botafogo will play it short. Here's Justinho. Otavio. Long ball, direct, in behind. Braz, who just picked up that yellow card. Skillful little flick, but didn't get him anywhere. He does keep the ball. Plays it back to Leonardo. His ball headed away. A chance for a turn from Salazar, who hasn't had much of the ball. He's been kind of lonely up top of the formation. And Gomez closed down there. Took a long time to try to clear that one, but he did finally get it away, and it'll be a Dallas throw.
Oh, and a minute ago, Dallas setting up the press to make Botafogo go around the outside, just closing off all the central passing lanes. So Botafogo doing exactly what you said FCD should do a while ago, which is just go over the press, knock the ball down on the right side. All of a sudden, they're into the FC Dallas attacking defensive third, rather.
Boy, it's pretty simple Route 1 stuff, but when you have that kind of speed and the other team's playing that high line, the space is there. And you're not wrong, Steve. They have been absolutely giving Dallas some trouble, something at least to think about on those balls over the top. As that one goes off of Lucio, will be a throw. And Gallo, who has the goal, 6th minute. Christian Gallo scores on a header on a nice little routine from the corner flag. He had what we would probably call close to a slam dunk, as his header inside the 6-yard box emphatically gave Dallas the lead. That one goes off of Salazar and will be a throw for the Brazilians. We played almost 29 minutes. And Botafogo has a majority of the shot attempts, although only a couple have been on target. They've been from pretty far distances. The closer ones have not tested Victor Gomez. Although, Steve, when you think back before the goal, Aiden Bazell had a chance from about 7 yards, as this shot from Fabiano goes wide to the left. They're shooting from everywhere, but they have not gotten that one on frame. And Aiden Bazell's miss in the 3rd minute was one we thought that might come back to haunt FC Dallas, but 3 minutes later, another of their back line had the goal. Lacey tried to turn there, lost the ball.
At that time, though, Lacey takes up a little higher position, so as FC Dallas loses the ball, try to go a little bit more direct. Yeah, but they lose it 50 yards, 55 yards up the field, as opposed to 30, 40 yards. They lose it 55 yards in a wide area as opposed to 30, 40 yards in the middle. So at that time, they're in position to defend when they lose the ball.
Can't help but think about the parallels of having one of your attacking creative players go deep to get the ball. It reminds me of a rather routine narrative for FC Dallas's senior MLS side with Jesus Ferreira, who is extremely creative and loves to find the game, but also is highly valued in the attacking areas. Schreiner flips it forward. There is the aforementioned Lacey. Otavio goes over the top. That'll be a foul as Lacey is in a heap, but looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, you do hope he's okay, but again, you wonder if Chuy Vera on the sideline has given a little bit of a directive to play a little bit higher there. Because again, that time as they go in, they don't win the ball clean, but they win a free kick and move the ball into the Botafogo end.
Gallo plays it short. Lacey gets it back to Gallo. Pressure coming. He finds Ramirez in the middle, but he's able to at least briefly find Lacey. That was a tough turn. He couldn't get it controlled. And a little dummy from Otavio kept it away from Nieves, who's going to continue the chase. Ish Neves, long run. Put the pressure on when sliding in. Oh, boy. And that was an unnecessary foul, and he's going to get a yellow card for it. Maybe a little lucky with the kind of force that he came in and crashed into Joao Braz.
Yeah, Braz still on the ground, as you see there.
You could hear the reaction from the crowd immediately, as everybody knew that was a very strong challenge. Here's another look. Think yellow card's okay there?
It is a strong challenge. When I couldn't see exactly where the contact was made, I don't think the cleats were up and raised.
I think it was a question more of the speed and the force,
of it, sure.
Or as opposed to the studs. Well, he gets a yellow card. I mean, it's one of those where maybe a dark yellow, not really getting to what we like to joke is the orange or the red, but teams are going to take a moment for some hydration here as Joao Braz is probably
Braz has to come out, and it's also a good time to tell everybody. So in this tournament, at least in the super group, 6 subs are allowed, unlimited number of windows. Of course, in the senior game, you have 5 subs in 3 windows plus halftime. But in this case, 6 subs.
Technically 6 windows if you wanted.
6 windows if you want, plus halftime. And then if the game were to be tied, there would be 2 10-minute overtime periods, followed by penalty kicks.
Well, good sportsmanship for Ish Nieves to come over and offer a hand to Joao Braz, who's...
It was a little weird, though, and it was almost like Oceania Nation, the referee, asked Nieves to go over and check on the fallen player.
Well, he's going to come off injured, and I don't believe a substitution has been made yet by Botafogo. Are they playing sure? Well, he's going to come back on the field.
Braz is, yeah, he's recovered.
The trainer absolutely made the international symbol for you need to make a substitution.
He did.
But he has not left the field. In fact, he's been waved back on. Ramirez, quick ball down the left. There is Braz. Oh, he hobbled after making that play, defended it well, but that didn't. He's still not feeling great. Baran trying to get through 2, and a foul called against the FCD winger. I'm not sure what he could do to try to make a play on that, as there was a wall of Braz and Fabiano. Marquez, good turn with some space through the middle, has a gap, runs through it. Marquez still going, ran out of room. Good defending by Otavio. Let Marquez come right to him and got the ball.
Yeah, second time we've seen Marquez go on a run like that. But again, as Dylan Lacey is behind him, he just doesn't have a lot of options.
You could almost see it coming. If you beat the first guy, you get that space, and that's when the moment to make the pass. What was the pass? It's hard to see even from up here.
That's exactly right. I don't see a lane in there.
Fabiano on the right, moving around. You can definitely see he's got some creativity. There's the ball across. Lobato, that one, I guess you count as a shot because it was a volley on that side. Never really looked like it was going to test Victor Gomez.
Okay, I'll count it then.
Sold.
9 shots for Botafogo. 4 for FC Dallas, and honestly, I think the last one was that 6th-minute header by Gallo, the goal.
And so far, only 2 of the shots I have as being on target. That long-range missile from Fabiano in the 3rd minute that everyone sort of woke up and went, okay, there's a weapon in the arsenal. And then the other save was on a Rodrigo long shot, was right at Gomez. Here's Fabiano again, dances to his left, defended by Ramirez. Lobato out left, Kaike in the middle, shot blocked, up in the air. Joao Braz brings it down, but forced wide to get it. Defended by Nieves. He gets right through, too. Still going. Rolls it across. Far post. Save Gomez. Kaike blocked by Schreiner. What a defensive play by Luke Schreiner. It looked like Botafogo was about to equalize, but not for the FC Dallas center back.
100% mark it down. 36th minute. Emergency defending there at the back post by Schreiner. Doing a great job of jumping in when that looked for all the world like it was going to be 1-1.
Baran felt the contact. Not much there from Leonardo. Enough. Let's take a look at that replay.
Yeah, really smart play there by Baran drawing the foul. But that's Braz creating everything by first beating 2 men over there on the right side. Slipping in a nice little ball that in the end Schreiner's got to jump in front of right on the goal line.
Dallas with the ball again. Ramirez plays it back. Ooh, that was a dangerous ball. It was not to the feet of Bazell. Gomez had to hustle to get there and not threaten his own goal. Schreiner, a little bump pass, gave it away. Botafogo returns the favor. Baran, a little bit of space. Down the left, running at the defense. Gets it back after a heavy touch. Now some space on the right center channel for Salazar. Late run in from Gallo. Cross blocked. Good defensive play there.
Gallo did a good job of coming a long way to get up that right side of the overlapping run. Nice little weight on the pass, and he had 3 targets to aim for inside the penalty area. He just couldn't get a lift on the ball to get it around the defender.
That was Justino, who made that sliding challenge to block. Now a foul called against Nieves inside the penalty area. That will give Botafogo a chance to clear their lines. Quickly down the left flank. Bernardo Valim. Little tug. Schreiner knew exactly what he was doing there as he found himself out of position. Just slowed things down. That'll give Botafogo a chance to play into the box if they want from the free kick. Fabiano has already shot from distances farther than this, but not this angle.
Yeah, we know he's got that leg, though, and it's a really good angle if you can just put that ball with some pace toward that back post. You know, it's the kind of thing where the goalkeeper's gotta hold the line, stay there, and if it just squirts through untouched, it can really slip into that second post.
Fabiano curls it in, header down, right at Gomez. That was Bernardo again. Numbers are piling up for Botafogo.
Yeah, 12 shots now, but again, not that much trouble for Victor Gomez. He's been in bad spots a couple of times. One time, of course, when Kake came in one-on-one, but even that one, Kake didn't get anything on goal. Gomez doing a good job of closing the angle.
Daniel Baran. Back it goes to Anguiano. Lacey. Nice turn there by Marquez. Looking up. Another dance. Plays it out to the right. Gallo. Short for Lacey. Turns. Little return ball. Gallo toward the end line. Earns a corner kick. Fourth of the match for FC Dallas here as we approach 40 minutes played. Boy, again, another nice play where Marquez gets forward, looks up, and doesn't really see an option in front of him. Long ball. Ramirez off the top of the netting, not far away. Cristiano Jr. covered it with his hand, but Anthony Ramirez with a strike from distance.
Remember, FC Dallas is up 1-0 off a corner kick routine, and one more time, they work a nice routine that opens Ramirez up at about 30 yards. He's a long way up, but he's uncontested there, and in the end, he doesn't miss by much. Though Dallas clearly, with a lot of good work on the training ground, working these set-piece routines, it's paid off so far.
Pass to the right. Braz. Fabiano went down. Felt he got contact up high. That was Marquez. So it'll be a free kick for Botafogo. That's about 20 yards from where the foul occurred. So the referee's going to make Justino pull it back. Still not in the right spot, but they let it go. Chewy Vera had a question for the fourth official there, but it went on deaf ears. Lucio. Given away. Salazar tried to turn, lost it as he was just leaned off the ball by Rodrigo. Good play by the defensive midfielder for Botafogo. Dallas gets the ball back. Sloppiness from both sides. Lacey. Nieves. Back to Lacey. Not a lot of room. Cuts nicely the first one. And referee says play on. Didn't think there was a whole lot of contact in that challenge. Bernardo Valim against Schreiner. Blocked. Ramirez. Second effort clears it up. Not too far away, but out of the box. Another effort, this time denied from Leonardo. Anguiano. Sliding challenge by Fabiano. Heavy touch. Can he keep it in? Yes, he does. Clears it. Top of the box. Acrobatic from Kaike, but nowhere near being on frame. He's been dramatic, Steve, but he hasn't been very clinical in his finishing attempts.
No, that's really well put. Again, he finds himself in a good space and just doesn't get the ball on target. Mentioned a minute ago how he rounded the goalkeeper. One time didn't get the ball on target. Another time had a one-on-one, didn't get the ball on target. But, you know, good forward, keeps finding himself in good spaces, and he does have a couple of goals in the tournament, so clearly he knows where the back of the net is.
Seems like he has the appetite to keep making those runs, which is very important.
I mean, sometimes it's everything.
Good ball by Anguiano in a tight space, found Brazel. Brazel, Anguiano clears. Oh, dropped it on the foot of Marquez. Now a ball forward. Baran, he's had some joy down the left side more than once. Still going in the box, takes the shot. It was always going wide, but he did drive back those Botafogo defenders.
Well, defenders, plural, is well put, because, you know, as he's moving forward, Baran, down the left side, there are 6 guys for Botafogo committing to getting themselves back into good spots. You know, Baran has one teammate arriving sort of late, but 1v6 is usually not something you're going to be able to make anything out of.
Something we saw in the first semifinal with Sao Paulo doing a nice job of, even though they had the lead, Botafogo's down, they were getting numbers back early, not being caught on the break and sort of, you know, going through the paces.
No, that's right.
Commitment to defending.
That's exactly it. That's what we talked about in that first one. Sometimes it's just math. Sometimes it's just committing to getting enough numbers back. And FC Dallas, you know, with the lead, you can understand why they're not as interested in committing numbers, that kind of numbers forward.
Well, they do have the lead. They don't have to chase the game. The throw goes back to Otavio. He'll switch it. Lucio. Now back over to Justino here on the near right side. Joao Braz, a little step over. Gets past Baran, into the box. Fabiano turn, headed away again by Schreiner. He's been good in there. Long effort by Lucio. Skews off the foot well wide. Getting close to, what, 15 shots?
Correct.
More or less.
You know, I would say, Owen, that, that Dallas needs to do a little bit better job of maybe getting a second defender over to work against Braz, who's really good individually. But we saw a while ago, if you get the second defender over, he can get around. He can get through both of them.
Ramirez mashes it up the field. Schreiner fells the pressure, turns. And the board goes up for a minute of stoppage time as Lacey tried to turn. I saw what he was going for. He was looking for Salazar on the right wing, but the ball wasn't where it needed to be. Or perhaps Salazar wasn't where he needed to be, maybe both.
Yeah, I didn't really see the passing angle there.
It didn't look like there was much open. And here's Joao Braz again. They've gone down this left side for Dallas defensively a lot, have Botafogo, with varied success. Rodrigo. Joao Braz. Good challenge in there. Anguiano, but the flag goes up. It did go over for a throw.
You know, Ramirez and Marquez, the 2 holding midfielders for Dallas, doing a lot of work in there. And you wonder how long can they sustain that. They've played a lot of soccer this week.
Well, there it is, the whistle for the end of the opening 45 minutes plus a minute of stoppage time. FC Dallas scored in the 6th minute, and they have the lead. Christian Gallo has the home side leading at halftime. Don't go anywhere. Halftime is next.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese, it's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
knockouts.
Can Billy come out to play?
Yes! Woohoo!
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt. The all-time favorite. With 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2, and 2 became mine. Just a bite, huh? Mark that one down as a lesson learned. The Whataburger patty melt, just like you like it.
At CC's Pizza, dreams come true.
Halftime here at Toyota Stadium as you're looking at the National Soccer Hall of Fame. FC Dallas U19s leading Botafogo 1-0 in the second semifinal of the Gordon Jago Supergroup. FC Dallas and Botafogo here in the Dallas Cup is brought to you by Coca-Cola, by the Dallas Tourism Improvement District, by Puma, by Toyota, and by the Dallas Sports Commission. As we are here at halftime, here's a quick look at what the 2024 Dallas Cup has been all about.
Welcome, world, to my hometown in the 2024 Dallas Cup. I'm Weston McKinney from the U.S. Men's National Team. I'm very excited to be joining the Puma family, and I'm wishing you guys all the best of luck in this tournament. Hopefully you guys form a lot of connections with many different cultures and people. And make sure you guys stop by Soccer Corner's tent to pick up the latest Dallas Cup Puma gear. See you guys.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese, it's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Can Billy come out to play?
Yes! Woohoo!
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt. The all-time favorite. With 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2, and 2 became mine. Just a bite, huh? Mark that one down as a lesson learned. The Whataburger patty melt, just like you like it.
Halftime here, the second semifinal, the Gordon Jago Super Group here at the 2024 Dallas Cup. FC Dallas has the lead, not Dallas FC, 1-0 over Botafogo after 45 minutes. As we take a quick look at some of the first half highlights, Owen Newkirk alongside Steve Davis. And we saw Fabiano show an appetite for shooting from distance early.
Yeah, pretty good save there from Victor Gomez, FC Dallas goalkeeper. Dallas doing a really good job of creating off of these set pieces. Corner kick there, nicely worked routine. Little 4-man came over there, and then at the end, it's just a nice, easy header from Gallo at about 2 yards. Really aggressive on the header, unmarked in there. There he is again.
Well, Gallo made a great run, was unmarked. It seems like the defenders got caught watching the
nice little combination.
Nice little passing play over on the side, and then he was just right inside the 6-yard box. He's not going to miss that one very often.
Well, you know, but credit to him, he attacks the ball, and that's something that none of the Botafogo defenders did. Now, after that, all Botafogo right now out shooting Dallas 14-6.
A lot of chances. Kaike got free twice, once down the middle, once in the right center channel. Neither time did he force a save from Victor Gomez in the FC Dallas goal, who did make a couple of saves, including a fantastic save diving to his right, and then Luke Schreiner saved a goal by blocking the rebound inside the 6. So second half is coming up. Dallas with the lead, 1-0 over Botafogo. Second 45 is next here in the 2024 Dallas Cup.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese, it's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Can Billy come out to play?
Yes! Woohoo!
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt. The all-time favorite. With 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2, and 2 became mine. Just a bite, huh? Mark that one down as a lesson learned. The Whataburger patty melt, just like you like it.
Second half getting ready to commence here momentarily, although we're going to need 2 teams in the 2024 Dallas Cup second semifinal of the Gordon Jago Super Group. Owen Newkirk alongside Steve Davis. In our first semifinal, we saw a pretty fired up Sao Paulo ready to go and not a player from Fulham to be seen. This time, Steve, well, FC Dallas is on the touchline. They're out here, but the opposition, Botafogo, just now starting to come out of the locker rooms. They have some things to figure out down 1-0 after 45 minutes.
Yeah, I actually think Botafogo's done okay. I think they've done a pretty good job of creating turnovers. I think they've done a pretty good job on the right side with Bras, who clearly has the ability to beat 1 or 2 players over there. What they haven't really done is sort of strung it all together. They're missing just a little bit of quality and combining in the final third, and when they have carved out a little bit of room in there, Kake just hasn't been quite good enough getting the shots on target. For FC Dallas, what you like to see them do is just find a way to retain just a little bit more possession so that they can take a little bit of pressure off the defense. I think the defending has been pretty good, especially those 2 screening midfielders, Marquez and Ramirez, and then back behind the back line doing well as doing their job. But eventually, you know, they're going to get a little tired. The cracks are going to start opening up a little bit. So can they retain a little bit more possession?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if for Botafogo we saw a lot of what we saw in the first half. More attacking runs, thrusting through channels, trying to find poke and prod, looking for any weak spots. Because, like you said, as the fatigue grows, can Dallas hold their back line? Can Victor Gomez be in the right spots to make that save, that one that keeps them in the lead? For Dallas, is there, besides keeping the ball, is there a moment of composure that could give them a second and give them a little breathing room?
Well, they haven't really looked dangerous on the transition, on the counters. So if they could find a way to be a little bit more dangerous on the transitions, and then going a little bit more direct, because if they can get into the attacking third and create some set pieces, they have looked dangerous on set pieces.
Yeah, that's been the emphasis, or at least the part where Botafogo has looked more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Corner kicks, free kicks. All right, second half is underway. It doesn't appear as though either team has made any substitutions, although they have plenty. Dallas with a very full bench. Botafogo with a bunch of options as well. So we'll see how the second half unfolds here with the teams switching sides. And Botafogo attacking the north end with the stage, and Dallas attacking the National Soccer Hall of Fame South goal.
Here's the problem with not looking dangerous on the counterattack. If you're Botafogo, that really gives you license just to keep flooding numbers forward. Just keep adding numbers into the attack.
Here's a ball over the top right on cue. Gomez is out quickly, and he uses his feet to clear that one, and he'll be called upon if they're going to continue to play their high line to be able to read that ball into that pocket.
Yeah, good aggressive high positioning there from Victor Gomez, reading his back line and staying connected to it with that high positioning. Got to be careful, though, because Botafogo, they'll notice that too, and they certainly haven't been afraid to shoot from long distances.
There's Schreiner into the middle. Heavy first touch there from Marquez. Didn't want to commit the foul, wisely not to. And Salazar came in to help. Little flip over the top from Fabiano Kaike, and a good punch away by Gomez. The flag was up. It would have been offside anyway. Gomez didn't know about it. But that's those kind of things. Little giveaways in this spot, the 30 to 35, 40 yards, meaning you're kind of exposed and there's not a lot of room for you to recover.
Yeah, so far, Victor Gomez bailing him out a couple of times, being really aggressive off his line all night.
Here's Aiden Bazell. Up the left wing. Good early ball, trying to find Lacey. Your thoughts on Lacey's first half? I know this is a youth tournament, but a lot of talk from the folks around here that know that he's a pretty creative player. Do you think he's been able to impact the game as much as they would like to see?
Yeah, I think he can be creative in the attacking third. The problem is he's having to drop back so far to receive the ball and help FCD build out. I don't think he's quite as comfortable in those positions. He doesn't look like it to me. As he gets the ball further up the field, yes, more comfortable, but getting the ball back in his own end with traffic arriving around him at 360 degrees, he hasn't been as comfortable.
Oh, good cutout there by Otavio as he read that through ball attempt for Dallas. Now Gomez has to come way out. Does get it though. It's already the third time the Dallas goalkeeper's been called upon to come out of his penalty area and make a play on a ball. That one was probably the most dicey of the three.
Really nice turn there by Rodrigo in the center of the field to create that opportunity.
Now the referee is making the Botafogo left back, Lucio Jose, make sure he knows that that was not their throw. Little flick by Ish Nieves, brought down by Ramirez. Bazell has some space. He'll carry it into it. Now Angriano.
I really like Anthony Ramirez's game. I think he's done really well today. One of two players for the FC Dallas under-19 squad that's already playing for North Texas SC.
You can see the corner flags in the north end are just whipping with the breeze. The flags at the top of the stadium are a very strong south wind. The flags at the other end, which are more obstructed by the Soccer Hall of Fame, the National Soccer Hall of Fame, not as breezy, but still it has to be swirling a bit and causing some trouble down there. Just wonder, as Dallas tries to hit into that wind, some of their long balls might not travel quite as far. Still have to deal with it as they play along the deck here. Gallo takes his time, decided not to rush. Salazar going deep to get the ball. Now he'll switch it back to Bazell. Anguiano takes a touch inside. Ramirez. A lot of congestion in the middle of the field. They try to work through it. Lacey, good ball forward. Baran to his left. Justino, diving challenge, good sliding tackle. It will be a corner kick for Dallas as Haran looked like he had a step for just a second, but the Botafogo center back, as you see on your screen, knew exactly what he was doing there.
But as the Dallas midfield works that ball forward, now they get the ball to Lacey as he's facing forward, and Lacey just looks a lot more comfortable to me as he receives the ball facing forward. When he receives the ball with his back to goal, I think he's not quite as able to do much with it.
Dallas plays short. Here is Lacey. Lines up, takes the shot, blocked. That was the 5th corner of the night for FCD. And it couldn't get it through the mass of humanity, and now Justino trying to shake off that one.
Now, one more time, though, Lacey, when he gets the ball facing forward, he's able to do something constructive.
He's putting his thumb up to tell the bench he's okay, but he did take one off the head. It's going to be a throw-in.
He took one with a lot of venom behind it, too, from Lacey.
With the concern about head injuries in today's game much more heightened than in the past, I think Justino was being so much of gesturing to make sure he wasn't brought off the field for an evaluation because of that. To say, hey, that hurt, but I'm okay. I don't need a concussion eval. And that one goes out for a throw-in. Ramirez, Lacey. Gets the ball deep, but is able to turn and find Nieves. He'll take a step forward, then slides to keep the ball. He does. And a second effort finds Gallo on the right. Gallo. It's the second time he's stopped and played it back, not trying to take the space down the wing. Lacey, tied up. Bernardo Valim. Schreiner stepped in, and there's a coming together of the center circle. Referee pulls that one back. Anguiano thought that he had a chance to go forward, but Botafogo will play short and quick. Rodrigo. To the outside, Lucio. Little 1-2. Schreiner's with him, all the way into the corner. And just about shoved him off. It deflected off the corner flag. I believe that should be a corner kick. So too does the referee. Oh, Schreiner, an angry wave. No, it's going to be a goal kick, but Nation, the referee, is letting him know that he does not want to be shown up.
I thought he was just sort of happy that he got the that he thought he won the challenge there.
I honestly, we just saw the replay. It sure looked like Schreiner was the last one to kick that one off the corner flag. Yeah, was that a celebratory swing of the arm, or was it an angry gesture?
I thought that's what it was.
Rodrigo. Leonardo. Plays it forward. Joao Braz. Good step. Anguiano. Now Lacey. Looked like there was some room. Again, easy for us to say upstairs, but he could have turned and maybe taken a little space. But Steve, you mentioned at halftime maybe Dallas keeping the ball a little bit, so they don't necessarily have to attack with breakneck speed every single time they get the ball.
Yeah, they are doing a pretty good job of retaining a little bit more possession this half.
Deflection. The flag is up, offside. Kaike takes the shot anyway. The whistle didn't come right away. It was blocked, but he was in an offside position. And that's part of the benefit of Dallas having the lead, is if they want to try to slow things down, they're entitled to do so. They don't have to chase a goal.
It's interesting because they're clearly trying to play at a different tempo, at a slower tempo. Well, with the lead, that's smart. What happens, though, is they're not winning as many of the challenges, many of the second balls, because Botafogo are just playing at a little higher intensity, a little higher tempo, so it translates into not winning as many of the balls.
Good switch of play. Lacey gets it out to the right. Marquez let it go. Gallo is going to go right back across the field, but he didn't get enough on it to find Baran.
I think that was the wind killing a little bit of that ball.
I think you're right, as it just kind of died.
It did.
About halfway through its trajectory. And now Lucio. Long ball looking for Rafael Lobato down the left side. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. He's just going to roll out for a throw. He's taking an eye. A little flick there. And a yellow card is quickly out as the left back Lucio into the book.
Maybe a little bit of frustration seeping in here from Botafogo of not being able to do a little bit more with the ball because Lucio there, that's absolutely not a position he needs to do something like that. Marquez isn't going to go on at that point a 75-yard run.
He just got tackled. That was tactical.
Yeah, but even then,
right.
I mean, he's got cover behind him. There's just no reason to foul that way right there. I mean, that's a 15-yard penalty in the NFL even.
There was a play in the early stage. Oh, there's a coming together there and a foul. And are we going to see another booking? No, this was a talking to for Justino.
That's just a talking to, but that one was tactical. And I think if Shawnee Nation hasn't just shown a yellow card to Botafogo, then he's probably showing one there.
So Justino avoids the referee's pocket for now.
Because Justino's a center back, and he was well out wide on that one, so he knew he needed to make that. He knew he had to foul there if he didn't win the ball.
He'll play it back to his goalkeeper, and Cristiano Jr. clears it up to midfield, headed away by Schreiner. Touch through the middle, into that cauldron of bodies. There's been a lot of congestion, but Botafogo now with some space down the right side. Joao Braz shot. Palmed away by Gomez. And a celebration. It's not the first time we've seen Schreiner do that as he defends Kaike. And it will be a goal kick.
Braz continues to be dangerous on that right side. He's really the danger man, as far as I can tell, for Botafogo.
Well, Gomez has done what he's needed to do. Hasn't had to make a ton of saves. Oh, as Lacey goes down there with a coming together with Lobato. I didn't see anything happen there. Lacey's back on his feet. That might have just been an accidental collision. Good to remind you, we do have VAR here if they need to. Bernardo Valim. Lobato down the left. Blocked. Good little passing sequence by FC Dallas. Went around a square. And Botafogo was left chasing a little bit. And that was all fine and good to get some space away, but then the outlet ball, there was really no one to.
Well, again, I think the idea was there, but playing that long ball into the wind like that is going to be tough.
Here's the ball across toward the back post. Lobato heads it back. Good clear by Nieves. Only as far as Justino, and Rodriguez all day to collect that one, as Dallas is pretty deep in their own half.
I think Nieves had a chance to check his shoulder there and just play that one out calmly.
Schreiner clears. Rodrigo gets it back. Heavy touch. They'll play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. And a clear by Gomez. Helps to clear his lines and screaming to push his team forward as Lucio knocks it back to Cristiano Jr. A Botafogo keeper will look for his teammate, and he lashed that one out into the support table down by the VAR screen. I don't think his team was particularly thrilled with that play from the goalkeeper. Ramirez. Patience, but then he made a heavy touch and lost it.
Yeah, he just lost the handle there. I think he's played a really nice match. It just had a bad moment in that case.
Really liked his composure, and then as he turned, the ball didn't go with him. And it was right onto the foot of Bernardo.
It happens.
Joao Braz again steps up, takes the shot cross. That was a low driven ball, clearly trying to find Kaike. It was blocked by the Dallas back line. So here we are approaching the 60-minute mark. Still have a half hour to go plus stoppages. Dallas with a 1-0 lead. They spent a lot of time in their half of the field in the first 15 minutes of the second half.
A couple more nice defensive plays there by Luke Schreiner. He's had a really nice match. Dallas's right-sided center back. He was one of the players that went from the FC Dallas Academy to the MLS Next All-Star game last year, along with goalkeeper Julian Eystone.
Here's Lucio. Hits the early cross in, and the keeper gets there first. Oh, and a late collision from Kaike. Gomez is down. He got there well ahead. You could see where Kaike was going to, but that's going to be another yellow card. And now the medical staff being waved forward for Victor Gomez.
I hope Gomez is okay because he really took a hit that time. And we mentioned how aggressive he's been and coming off his line. You'll see it here. In that case, he's not even that aggressive. He's sort of waiting for the ball, but he's got a good angle on it. Gets there first, and then just takes a whole lot. I can't really tell, Owen. Could you tell where it was exactly Kaike hit him?
It looked like it was right in the middle of his body. The thing was that you could see that Kaike could recognize he was not going to get there. And he gets a yellow card because he doesn't check his run and just avoid the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
It was really an unnecessary yellow for him to take. So
he's trying to get there and get the ball, but you're right. He needs to recognize that the goalkeeper's there, and there is a certain responsibility for players to pay attention to the other player's safety.
The fourth yellow card of the match, the third for Botafogo. Each team picked up one. Joao Braz had a tactical foul early on in the 26th minute. Then Nieves was called for a hard foul.
A little difference on between the game at this level and the pro game. There's a little break in the action here, and right now FC Dallas players all sort of standing around, catching their breath, which is okay, but what you'd like to see them do at a little higher level is start talking about things. Okay, where's the danger coming from? What other angle, what passing lane can we close down here? Who else is giving us problems? How can we solve that problem? How can we get out a little more effectively? Once we're out, what can we do?
Well, Victor Gomez is back on his feet and being helped off the field, but of course, unlike a field player, the referee's not going to make the goalkeeper restart the play off the field. As we heard a substitution for Botafogo, the first change of the match, as number 17, Kawan Toledo is on for Rafael Lobato, number 11. And judging by his starting position, sure looks like he's playing as the left-sided attacking player, exactly where Lobato was. Long ball forward, headed away by Otavio.
CT's going to have to figure out that those big switching balls, they've got to put something on it, extra on it, or just not hit them because they're just dying in the wind.
Well, the quick throw in was pulled back by the referee. Now they get going once again. Lucio. Pressure from Nieves. Long ball up the left side, and it's carrying much more with the wind. And Gallo pulls Fabiano down. A quick sporting hug for Marquez and Fabiano crashed together. I think Christian Gallo got away with one there. I wouldn't have been surprised with a couple of yellows we've seen for Botafogo if Gallo had gone into the pocket there.
So much more the ball for Botafogo, but look, defending is part of it too, and Dallas still doing a good job of mostly keeping the pressure off goalkeeper Gomez.
Now they get down the left side. Salazar into the box. Didn't really have enough to find Adrian Aguiano.
I think Salazar saw two players and really couldn't make up his mind. Saw two runners in there, couldn't make up his mind who he wanted to get the ball to, so he sort of split the difference.
Baran throws it back in. Lacey. Boy, you can see when Dallas gets the ball and gets a little bit of room on the break, Lacey looks like he's very capable of finding the next guy. And I can understand why the creative compliments have been sent his way. But you're right. He definitely is a different player when he's able to turn and face the attacking side of the field. There's a giveaway. Quick ball by Toledo down the left, but Gomez, who has recovered, is able to pick that one up away from Kaike and find Schreiner. Schreiner to the feet of Ish Nieves. Ooh, heavy first touch. Just reached in and poked it away from the onrushing Rodrigo. Now a ball over the top. Baran has a step. It takes him a little wide, but this one actually testing. He keeps it in. Cutting back to his right. Still there. Baran, a shot deflected. And a save by Cristiano Jr. And that one, boy, Could have really been something. Nice run there by Baran.
But there was a ball that came out of the back going that they actually used the wind. So they play the ball a little bit further forward than you think, let the wind kill it a little bit. Baran was able to run right onto it and then really make something out of it individually.
I think that's Cristiano Jr.'s first time actually making a save, or I should say handling it, because the other couple of times Dallas had a chance, they've either missed the net or scored.
8th shot for FC Dallas. I want to believe that Botafogo, I had them at 14 shots at the half, and I've only got them 15 now. So
I've got one where Joao Braz took that shot from the right side.
Yeah, but I think that's
it. Yeah, I agree.
That's the only one in 20 minutes of the second half.
That's all I have.
Dallas doing a really good job of keeping everything 30 and 35 yards out.
Second substitution here in the 66th minute, as Bernardo Valim is out. And coming in for Botafogo is Lucas Vargas.
Nice step up there from Schreiner again.
Big collision in the midfield, but Fabiano gets it forward. Here's Vargas just on, gets his first touch. Schreiner, boy, he did a fantastic job. I believe this is going to be, it's going to be a late yellow card here from a collision earlier.
Yeah.
Referee Oshani Nation brings that one back. And it's a yellow card against Dallas defender Adrian Anguiano. And that was from the earlier coming together in the buildup of that attack.
Yeah, and Nation did a good job there of letting that play go on, indicating he saw the foul. Comes back, awards the yellow card, and Botafogo got the advantage and turned it into a corner kick. A corner kick taken a little quickly there for Oshani Nation's liking. I'm not sure why he didn't allow Botafogo to go ahead and take that corner kick. Turns into an advantage for them, though, because they ended up missing the shot.
Wonder if it had to do with the fact that he didn't, after the yellow card was brandished. Long corner across, and we are level. A powerful header on the return cross, and Botafogo has equalized in the 68th minute.
After that ball was put back across, I didn't catch the number, Owen, on who headed it in from close range, but just like FC Dallas, corner kick that ends up in a close range header to equalize.
I'm watching, but he won't turn so I can see the number. Is it Vargas? It is, just on the field. Lucas Vargas hasn't been on the field more than a couple of minutes. And he gets the goal 2 minutes in to make it a 1-1 contest. And now Dallas can't just try to hang on to that lead. And for Botafogo, do they have the lift on that goal to go find a go-ahead and maybe put Dallas in trouble? So we've seen 2 goals in this match. Both of them have been the result of corner kicks played and then a second service into the box. And it's both have been down at the north end of Toyota Stadium. There's a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge by Rodrigo on Salazar. Dallas keeps the ball. So 1-1. As the latest bit of drama, still with 20 minutes plus to go here in the second half. Nieves, a little bit of a shove in the back there, but he got away with it. Lacey got knocked off the ball. The referee let both go. Here's Kaike down the right side, cuts it back. Too far. Vargas again was looking for a chance for his second. Now Toledo. Oh, behind the play. Gallo goes down, grabbing his shin. And that's going to be a free kick.
Excuse me, Owen. All the defending FC Dallas doing, you know, it does come at a cost, at a physical cost. Looks like the energy's starting to drop a little bit for FCD.
Just Just a little bit of a collision off the ball there as Leonardo ran into Gallo.
It looked like Leonardo was watching the ball.
I don't think he was intentionally trying to run into the Dallas right back. Do you?
I can't judge intent from up here, but I think you're right.
Fair point. Nieves' pass was blocked. It goes all the way back down the right flank, though. Lucio. Temperatures have definitely dropped from the first semifinal with the sun going down and with the wind picking up. Probably very pleasant to play in, but some of the spectators might be a little chillier than when they arrived. As Taike comes away with this, crosses over the head of Vargas. Schreiner heads it away. It'll be a corner kick. All of a sudden, this substitution, Lucas Vargas has come on and been a real handful in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, nice little clipped in cross there from Kake. He's one of those rare center forwards that maybe he's a little better crossing than shooting.
We've seen him miss a couple of shots pretty wildly, but still making the runs, those diagonal runs into the channels to find the ball and then cut it back.
Yeah,
play it short.
Those count because they are consuming energy of the center backs.
Gallo with the clearance. Lacey gets away from the first man. Salazar was available, but that would have been a heck of a ball forward, about 50 yards on a diagonal. There's a sliding challenge by Gallo, and he gets there ahead of Kaike. Now Salazar. Dallas playing pretty narrow at the moment. Going through the middle, but it's working. Lacey now out to the left, a little bit of space. Nieves back on his right foot. Lacey, little give and go, takes the shot. And Nieves didn't put enough into that. Honestly, looked like he was thinking about something else. But Lacey with a great little back heel.
I'm not sure he anticipated that nice little back heel from Lacey.
I don't think he did.
Lacey, by the way, really getting that one started was with a really nice turn at about 45 yards out, recognizing without looking where the space was and where the player was on the left side. Nobody really seeing that pass except him and putting Dallas in a good position.
You can see a couple of quick touches with that kind of ball movement opens up the space. There's some options on the Botafogo defense. See some movement here on the FC Dallas technical area. I think we're going to see a substitution here momentarily.
It's interesting. I think FC Dallas really good along the back line. I think good in goal, good in the two central midfield spots. Lacey's got a lot to his game, but you know they're just missing that one dynamic player up on the front line right now.
Almost looks like they're playing without a striker. When you look at the formation, they have a couple of wingers and guys moving free floating. As the sliding challenge there by Anguiano forces it out for a Botafogo throw. We haven't seen the substitute yet, but they're getting ready, preparing that for Dallas, which will be their first of the match. We played 73 minutes. The first half goal, as the player goes down, it is a Dallas player that's flopped. You don't know if that's a cramp. Sort of looks like it might be.
So, you know, as we have a little bit of a break here, it does look like a cramp. You know, you wonder which of these guys, is it Luke Schreiner, or is it Dylan Lacey, might be the next guy to come out of that super prodigious FC Dallas Academy. It's been one of the stories of American soccer really over the last decade, Owen. I mean, going back to guys like Kellen Acosta and Weston McKinney and Chris Richards going over to Europe, originally at Bayern Munich, and now, of course, he's with Crystal Palace. On up through the latter day guys, Ricardo Pepi, Brian Reynolds, Tanner Tessman. What a remarkable story it's been, the FC Dallas Academy, of spreading players literally around the world and into the U.S. national team as well.
It was Adrian Anguiano who was down with that cramp. He's back on his feet and continues for now. Dallas looks like they're about to make a couple of substitutions, maybe a double change, but at the moment, 1-1, 15 minutes or so left in this one plus stoppages. And we've had a couple here with 3 yellow cards and 2 subs for Botafogo and a goal.
As we look at these substitutions, remember both these teams, they played games Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Dallas drew with Tigres at the Cotton Bowl on Sunday and lost to Fulham 2-1 on Monday, but then came back with a big 3-0 win over Alajuelense. And that's what got them to the 4th spot, the last semifinal place, besides the 3 bracket winners. Botafogo 3-0, beat Michelin 2-1, Santos Laguna 3-1, and then St. Louis City 6-3. Well, Dallas has 2 players looking like they're ready to come on, but they have not been sent to come into the game just yet. Maybe they're trying to see if Anguiano's okay after that cramp. Marquez through the middle to Ramirez. Plays it out to the right side. Gallo, can he keep it in? Nice sliding play to keep it alive. And Otavio came across and knocked it away. That was a long run for Gallo.
He took the wrong angle to the ball in the first place and then just couldn't quite recover.
Oh, there's some fatigue starting to show in the sides for both these teams now. The cramping, some sloppy passes. There was a scream from one of the Botafogo players, not happy at all. I think that was Rodrigo, was very upset that his teammate didn't make any sort of effort toward the ball.
Yeah, but good effort there from Salazar and Lacey to combine to apply just enough pressure to force the turnover.
Kind of feels like this match right now could be whoever has the moment of magic or who has the sheer will to push through the fatigue. Vargas, fresh off the bench, scored the goal. And that ball just deflected. Again, Gallo put a lot of work in down this right side for Dallas.
And don't forget, you're talking about work and who can kind of gut it out here. If the score remains tied, then they have to play another 20 minutes.
Nice ball by Ramirez, forward. Baran, left foot, long distance over the goal. Thought there was a deflection, and it's going to be a corner kick, yeah.
Nah,
nope.
just a goal kick.
Oh, I thought for a minute at Shawnee Nation the referee pointed to the flag. Maybe he was just checking with his assistant referee on the near side, Jose Da Silva of the United States.
As Baran hit that ball at about 30 yards, you sort of thought, well, maybe he could have done something different with it. But, man, he absolutely put his laces through it. Got a lot behind it.
Didn't miss by much, did Baran, but it was enough. Gallo, shirt being grabbed there by Toledo. And then what happened there? Just a horrible restart giveaway for Dallas, but they're able to recover and clear. But
well, I think Gallo was trying to...
Fabiano into the corner. Dallas did a poor job of clearing their lines again, and that's why Botafogo now has an opportunity. Left-footed effort, always rising. Joao Braz has been a problem down that right side for Botafogo as he has taken a couple efforts. This one never really looked like it was going to test Victor Gomez.
Now, I'll go back to that turnover. What happened, Owen, was Gallo recognized the player was in front of him, and he did the thing where he's on the free kick where he's thinking, well, if I kick it into him right now because he's not backing up quick enough, I'm going to get a cheap yellow card out of it. But Shawnee Nation understood what was happening in that moment, knew the guy wasn't really trying to play the ball out. He was just trying to get that cheap yellow card.
Over the top again. Gomez reads it well.
So when it bounced right back, Nation just said, no, I'm just going to let you play.
Pass through the middle. Good turn by Salazar. Decided to keep it. Baran opened up for him. He didn't make the pass. Instead, he keeps it for Ramirez. Now he'll play it out to the right. Ish Nieves is one of the forward players that has been kind of free-floating around the formation. He gets it again.
See, besides Lacey, they just don't have a lot of players who are willing to drive the attack forward out of the midfield. Marquez has done it a couple of times, but he's doing so much defensive work in there, he probably doesn't have the wheels left to do it.
Nieves draws a foul against Toledo, and here comes the substitution. That's going to be it for Dylan Lacey's evening in the 80th minute. And coming in for FCD will be number 39, Angel Medrano.
It's interesting because I thought Dylan Lacey still had something in his legs, judging from the last couple of minutes when he still seems to be working pretty hard offensively. And in fact, as he walks off the field, he gives Coach Vera a little high five, but before that he sort of held his arms out like, what are you doing? Why am I coming off the field? And then a nice moment where he does just give his coach a little handshake.
Well, show me somebody that likes being subbed off the field, and show somebody that maybe is either hurt or fatigued.
Like I said, I thought he still had some jump in his legs.
So Medrano is in. We'll see if he can make an impact here in the final 10 minutes plus stoppages. Obviously there's a war of attrition between the two clubs, but based on what we've seen, I think we've started to see some tiredness really creep in. As there's a steal, Fabiano going to shoot from midfield, and that one with the wind never really looked like it was going to hit the target.
Yeah, but I told you a while ago they were going to notice Victor Gomez's high positioning, his aggressive play off the line, and they might try that.
Well, I was going to say before Fabiano lined that one up from about 5 yards past the center line. Oh, nice little move from Marquez, and then another one. I was going to say, I don't know if either of these clubs would be thrilled with the idea of another 20 minutes of play in extra time if it gets to that. Sao Paulo, by the way, probably rooting for that.
Yeah.
As they await the winner of this one in the Sunday final. Baran down the left. Good ball movement by Dallas. Little step over, trying to turn the corner. Just powers past him, cuts it back, and it's two! A beautiful run by Daniel Baran, and it's tucked home. Dallas has a second. Salazar with the goal. No, excuse me, it's Angel Medrano, the substitute. The second goal by a sub in this half. And Medrano has given Dallas their second lead, 2-1.
Yeah, but it's all about that work on the left side, isn't it, from Baron? Really nice job of creating something one-on-one, beating a defender, and you've got it. You said it. Impact subs working twice in this game, once for Botafogo, and in this case, FC Dallas finding the spot, 2-1 lead now.
Nice finish by Angel Medrano for not having to trying to do too much with it. Just put his body where he needed to go, use the pace and angle it in. But boy, what a run by Daniel Baran down the left side. Just blew past the defender and hit a really good cross.
But you know, you got to have the legs to get to that spot, and that's exactly what Medrano did in that case. And you know, Botafogo, it's got to be disheartening because they worked so hard for so long. You know, they were behind in this game in the 6th minute. Had a lot of possession, weren't able to catch up. Finally did get the equalizing goal off that corner kick in the 68th minute, only to relinquish the lead one more time now in the 82nd.
Well, is that Anguiano again? Remember, he already was suffering from cramps before. See if Dallas may have to make a change here. It looks like Botafogo is going to make the substitution here as number 16, Kainan Azevedo is going to replace Fabiano, who showed a lot, Steve, in this one of willingness to shoot from all over the place, but he really never did the testing that he wanted to, except for the first one in the 3rd minute of goalkeeper Victor Gomez. Now,
yeah,
the referee's going to let the substitution happen here.
Yeah, in that case, Gomez was a little bit out of position, had to sort of scramble back, and almost got surprised by that one. You know, 1 point, Owen, Botafogo had a big edge in shots. Here we go, as just back into play.
And by the way, Kainan, who just came on, scored in the match against Santos Laguna.
At 1 point, Botafogo had a big edge in shots, but as FC Dallas was able to retain more possession in the second half, they've almost caught up. I've got it unofficially 13-11 in favor of Botafogo.
We're going to see another substitution here, as that's going to do it for Adrian Anguiano. Anguiano, who's been cramping a bit. He's out, and Isaac Romero is coming on.
Entering the match is number 46, Cambio para el equipo de FC Dallas en el minuto 85. Entra el jugador número 46, Isaac Romero. Está el jugador número 3, Adrián Aguiano.
So a couple of changes here in the last minute. So for Dallas, they're looking to try to hang on to this 1-goal lead with 5 minutes to go. Botafogo, all that work to equalize, concede again late, and they need to find a way to pull another one back as Nieves slips. And referee's going to let that one play on as it's played by Bazell up the wing. The flag goes up offside against Dallas.
Yeah, that's the goal scorer, Medrano there, offside. Oh, and we're in the 86th, as you just said, 5 minutes to go, but I would anticipate significant injury time on the order of maybe 5 minutes, maybe 6, because we did have the sort of lengthy injury stoppage to Victor Gomez, the FC Dallas goalkeeper.
Down the right side, ball crossed in. Bazell with the header away, back into the box, a second flick. And Dallas trying to clear the line, does so this time. Stepping forward, Lucio, Rodrigo. Heavy touch through the middle to Leonardo. Long shot deflected. Nope, just straight up wide. And it will be a goal kick as Kainan, the substitute, with his first effort. Now the referee's going to go have a word with Victor Gomez, and this is probably the only warning he's going to get about any kind of time wasting.
Yeah, this is where you remind people this is a youth tournament. It's about development. I know these are really good players, but now the goalkeeper, he's got to learn how much time can you sort of waste without being loud about it, without making it so obvious. You can milk 20, 25 seconds off on a goal kick, but if you're obvious about it and you start milking more than that, that's when the referee is he's just going to add the time on at the end. He's just going to get upset with you, so you got to be smart about it.
Salazar plays it forward. Dallas had everybody back. It was basically returning the ball to Botafogo at their midfield back line. Otavio playing very direct, headed away by Schreiner. Not all the way out. Lucio. Leonardo.
Dallas's base position is a 4-2-3-1, but right now it's really just a 4-5-1. Medrano is the only really player that sort of being left up high for the outlets.
Angel Medrano, the difference in this one, his goal in the 82nd minute, standing up as the winner if they can see it over the end line. And now Dallas with the steal. Baran, sliding challenge by Justino. Botafogo now trying to see if they can come up with their own magic and force this one into extra time. Justino down the right. Ball crossed in, headed, saved by Gomez. Vargas, who scored the goal for Botafogo, gets on the end of another one here in the 89th minute.
Not a terribly difficult save for Gomez, but I think he's been really good tonight. His positioning, except for that one early shot that almost surprised him. I think his positioning, aggressive off his line all night, I think he's been really good.
Schreiner defending against Vargas. And that one out. Corner for Botafogo. Schreiner is arguing this, but he's not going to win that debate. And will they send their goalkeeper up? Not yet.
I remember, it was a corner kick they scored on a while ago, although it was from the other side.
Lucio lines this one up, left-footed outswinger. Shawnee Nation has a word for Schreiner, maybe because of his enthusiasm. Some might call it passion.
I believe that ball was out. I think the crew missed that one, but it's all the way on the other side of the field, 70 yards away from the referee's assistant.
Here's the corner kick. Toward the top of the box, headed down. Gomez is there. And Dallas hanging on to that lead as the crowd roars its approval, trying to make the Super Group final.
By the way, you can see on the camera shots, the empty east stands, but there's a pretty decent-sized crowd. They're not using those stands at all in the Dallas Cup. There's a pretty good crowd on the west side tonight.
There's the save, once again from Gomez. Pretty comfortable in the end, but it is on his frame. Lucio, 4 minutes of stoppage time has been put up on the board. Foul called against Salazar.
Surprised
Lucio wants to go quickly.
Surprised it's not a little bit more. A little bit of a break there for FC Dallas.
They switch it out to the right, and a cross comes in. Bazell away. Nieves heads it out for a throw. Definitely not what we saw in 2022 in Qatar, with the more what they call real-time stoppage time. Long throw. Ramirez, nobody really contesting that, heads it away.
Yeah, but this is a CONCACAF crew. I mean, it's their experience.
Dallas has all hands on deck here, trying to see this one over the line. Schreiner heads it away. Salazar. Another head forward, Medrano, and he clears it into the Botafogo half. And the goalkeeper's going to come way out, but it is going to go out for a throw-in.
Oh, and
he's going to roll it 15 yards forward. That's a mistake because that's going to slow things down.
Oh, and Schreiner's had such a good game today. I swear a minute ago, you called him as heading that ball away before it actually happened. You had such faith, and you got it right. He got it.
Just since he's been so imposing in that spot. It's been really good. Like to think I didn't say it before it happened. There was a coming together, and Gallo drew the foul. He stepped up trying to cut off the pass towards Kaike. Who is going to face Sao Paulo on Sunday afternoon in the Gordon Jago Supergroup final here at the 2024 Dallas Cup? Right now, FC Dallas.
Sao Paulo and their exceptional attacking midfielder, Ryan. If you're listening right now, be sure you watch that game, because whoever plays against that guy, you'll see him later in World Soccer somewhere.
Jose de Jesus Vera has just been yellow carded by the referee and warned to cool it. And Dallas is not in any hurry. Long ball up the right side. Medrano will probably just take that into the corner flag. So we still have about 2 minutes of stoppage time. Well done from the attacking side, frustrating from the defending side. And there will be a throw. Dallas is going to use another substitution here. Stetson Buttrill is coming on.
A substitution is taking place for FC Dallas.
And that's going to do it for Jared Salazar.
Is number 36, Stetson Buttrill. Leading the field is number 30, Jared Salazar.
Su atención, por favor. Cambio por el equipo de FC Dallas en el minuto 90.
Well, Steve, as we got into the yellow card for the Botafogo coach, you were absolutely right. Ryan Dos Santos for Sao Paulo is a marvelous player, and whoever makes it through this one, it's going to be a corner kick for Dallas. And Medrano with a little fist pump celebration. The referee's trying to encourage them to play this one a little quicker, but whoever makes it through this one, if it is indeed Dallas, they're going to have their hands full with Ryan. Going to be a yellow card here for time wasting. And so another Dallas player goes into the box. The assistant referee is trying to tell the Botafogo players they have to get to that 10-yard dash. They'll just go into the corner here. Gallo holding it off. And foul called. A little pushing and shoving. Referee's trying to keep it cool.
I'm not sure what a Shawnee Nation just called there.
Well, the ball comes out of the corner. We have played the 4 minutes, so it's up to the referee's discretion now as Rodrigo sprints toward midfield. He ran into Baran, and that's it. FC Dallas with a 2-1 victory is into the Supergroup final, where they will face Sao Paulo on Sunday afternoon after defeating Botafogo 2-1 here at Toyota Stadium.
Sometimes good defending and being opportunistic with whatever chances you can create. Sometimes it's enough. Tonight it was for FC Dallas. Botafogo, all the possession, especially in the first half, but just couldn't do enough to create real threats against Victor Gomez, who was good when called upon. And then FC Dallas, good defensive performances all over the field, especially Luke Schreiner, those two central midfielders, Anthony Ramirez, Luis Marquez. Good defensive performances for FC Dallas.
There will not be an all-Brazilian final this year, but Sao Paulo returns trying to avenge their loss in last year's final to the Danish club FC Midtjylland. Dallas trying to pull off the Super Group victory for the first time in a while. That group that we had so many from the academy through, a la Paxton Pomykal and company. But Dallas with the win. They will play the final on Sunday afternoon at 4:30. We will be there for that call on the FC Dallas versus Sao Paulo broadcast on the Dallas Cup YouTube page. We hope you'll join us for that and all the boys finals on Sunday, as Steve and I will be there for those finals. Thank you very much for joining us for the two Super Group semifinals from Toyota Stadium. One final time, we say so long.